lying elbow abductions. Gonna need 2 yoga belts, dressing gown cords, belts, anything that doesn't offer resistance, so not a resistance band. You're gonna have 1 strap over your knees like this to keep your, I'm just gonna tighten that up. My husband was using that, so he's got chunkier, broader shoulders than me. Okay, so your yoga belt on your knees, it needs to be able to keep your feet and your legs and your hips out at shoulders. If you can see my shoulders, and they're all in alignment like that. So we are going to get into the hook line position. If you need to, you can have a look at my other video on the base position hook lying that we're doing now. That will talk you through it, as I'm not going to do it now because that's going to make the video even longer. I try not to talk too much. Okay, so you need to keep your feet hip-width distance apart, slightly pigeon-toed, and your second belt is going to, or dressing gown cord, whatever you're using, is going to keep your elbows at shoulder width. So here, that's a little bit too tight for me. I was using these on my knees before. Okay, so you need to make sure that you've got your belt in a comfy position because you're going to be pressing out against that. So, making sure that you've got your, I still haven't got that right, is when you get your sweet point, your belt in your right position for you, it's going to be brilliant. Right, I've got quite broad shoulders here. Right, now you are going to have your hands like that. So you need to pad your hands on your temples. Nice and relaxed. Find a nice position for you. Okay, there's my nice position. And now I'm going to be pressing out on the strap that my elbows are on. So really small movements and you can't see it. I'm going to get up and I'll show you what I'm doing from here. Okay, so I am, just ignore my lower half. I'm pressing out like that. Maybe a 3 or a 4 out of 10. You might find you do better to have it actually over your elbows like that. That might be easier for you. You're pressing out. And actually, that makes I thought my yoga mats will skew with now. That makes it better for me. So I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to have my hands on my temples like that. Nice straight wrist. And I am pressing, holding, releasing. Pressing, holding, releasing. Pressing, hold, release. And you should be feeling some movement in your shoulders. Feels very good for me. Specifically your rhomboid area. I'm just going to adjust myself again because that wasn't very comfy for me. Okay, that's perfect for me. Making sure that I've got my hands on my temples like that. I'm not doing anything funky with my wrists. And I'm pressing, holding, releasing. Pressing, holding, releasing. So really good feeling for me. I need to do much more of these. You might find that one of your shoulder blades is feeling completely different to what the other one is. That means that you've got an imbalance in your body and you certainly need to do more of these. And you probably need a one-to-one with an Egoscue therapist. There's lots of us out there. If you don't want me, you can look up somebody else. Knowledge is power though. Ideally you want to do 3 sets of 10 of these. You need to do the movements really nice and fluid. So press, hold, release. Much better it was more important to get the fluidity, I can't even get my words out. It's much better to get the movement really nice and fluid and not jerky. So you're really concentrating on getting both shoulders doing the same thing at the same time. So don't want to be leading with one shoulder or one elbow. Okay, it needs to be really, the pressure needs to be exactly the same. Perfection, you don't need to be perfect. It's aiming. So just try and listen to your body and see what it's trying to tell you. So do 3 sets of 10 there. Have a rest in between sets if you need to. And the lower half of your body isn't doing anything, so really nice and relaxed. Don't clench your jaw. A great one in these exercises is if you've got lack of movement anywhere, it will go to your jaw or your stomach. Have a go and let me know how you feel, or if you've got any questions, if you feel anything different and you're not sure of, hit me up, give me an email or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm always up for a conversation about posture or how your body's feeling.